Hello and welcome to MealMind TV. If you are taking a vitamin C supplement every morning thinking you are doing the best for your eyes, I need you to listen closely. We are about to challenge that entire idea. I am talking about vitamin C and its profound connection to your long-term eye health. As an eye doctor, one of the greatest fears my senior patients share is the slow, creeping cloudiness of cataracts or the fragility of the tiny blood vessels in their retina. Many of you are doing everything right. You take your supplements, you eat fruits, you drink orange juice. But what if I told you the vitamin C you are getting from a bottle is not the complete story? What if I told you there was a way to create, right on your kitchen counter, a form of vitamin C so perfect, so alive, and so bioactive that your body recognizes it instantly as a tool for repair? And what if I told you this method involves a humble, dry seed that, on its own, has almost zero vitamin C? This might sound like magic, but it is pure, observable biology. Today, we are talking about what I call the only way to truly harness this power. We are talking about sprouting mung beans. First, let's understand the problem in detail. Your eyes, especially the lenses, are thirsty for vitamin C. The lens of your eye actually contains a higher concentration of vitamin C than almost any other part of your body. Think about that. Why would your body push so much of this one nutrient into such a small space? It is because your lens is on the front lines. It is a clear, living tissue taking a constant, lifetime barrage of oxidative stress. This is that biological rust we have talked about before, caused by decades of exposure to sunlight and simply from being exposed to oxygen. This oxidative stress is the enemy. It is what causes the clear, precisely arranged proteins in your lens to misfold, to clump together, and to turn cloudy. This cloudiness is what we call a cataract. Vitamin C is the master antioxidant that your body stations in the lens to be the first line of defense. It is a sacrificial nutrient. It heroically neutralizes this rust to protect those proteins, fighting to keep your lens crystal clear so you can see the world. But that is only half the story. Vitamin C has another job that is just as critical. It is essential for building and maintaining collagen. What is collagen? It is the structural protein, the literal glue, that holds your body together. It gives shape to your cornea, but most critically, it forms the walls of the thousands of tiny, fragile blood vessels in your retina. These microscopic vessels are your eye's lifeline, delivering oxygen and nutrients. When your collagen is weak, those vessel walls become weak. They become brittle, prone to damage, and they start to leak. This leakage is the root cause of many devastating, vision-robbing conditions like diabetic retinopathy and macular edema. Weak collagen means weak, leaky vessels, which means a sick, undernourished retina. So, we all agree we need vitamin C. We need it to protect the lens from cataracts, and we need it to build strong blood vessels. Case closed, right? Just take a supplement. But this is where the crucial difference lies. Are all forms of vitamin C created equal? The answer is a profound no. This brings us to our core analogy for today, the construction site analogy. Think of your eye as a massive, complex construction site that is constantly under repair. It is always working to fix rust damage on the lens and maintain the collagen walls of its vast plumbing system. To do this, it needs specific materials. When you take a standard vitamin C supplement, you are taking pure ascorbic acid. This is like dumping a massive, 1,000-ton truckload of bricks at your construction site. The bricks are essential, no doubt, but you cannot build a wall with just bricks. Where are the blueprints? Where are the cement mixers? Where are the skilled laborers? Where is the scaffolding? The bricks just sit there in a giant, overwhelming pile, and your body has to scramble, using its own resources to find all these other cofactors to make those bricks useful. It is inefficient, much of it gets wasted. Now, imagine a different delivery. Instead of a pile of bricks, a complete, pre-assembled expert repair crew arrives at the site. This crew not only brings the bricks, but they also bring the cement, the tools, the master blueprints, and the skilled workers who know exactly where to go. This, my friends, is bioactive vitamin C. This is what you get from a living food. It is ascorbic acid, yes, but it is bound together in a perfect, intelligent, complex package with enzymes, bioflavonoids, rutin, and countless other phytonutrients that all work in synergy. Your body does not see it as a pile of raw materials. It sees it as a complete, ready-to-go repair kit. It is recognized instantly, It is absorbed efficiently, and it is put to work immediately, protecting your lens and rebuilding your blood vessels. So, where do we get this perfect repair kit? This is the secret. We do not buy it, we make it. And our raw material is the humble mung bean. A dry mung bean sitting in your pantry is a sleeping miracle. It is a tiny, dense storehouse of starch and protein, but if you test it, you will find it contains almost no vitamin C at all. It is negligible. But when you add water, when you ask that seed to wake up and sprout, you initiate one of the most powerful and magical processes in nature, germination. The seed explodes with metabolic activity. It cracks open its own complex starches and proteins to create simple fuel, and with that fuel, it begins a rapid synthesis of new compounds to build its new life as a plant. And the star of this show, the nutrient it creates in massive quantities, is vitamin C. Scientific studies have shown this repeatedly. In just 3 to 5 days of sprouting, the vitamin C content of a mung bean can increase by over 1,000%. It literally creates this life-giving, bioactive nutrient out of what was seemingly nothing. It manufactures it and packages it in that perfect, expert repair crew form, ready for you. This is what I mean when I call it the only way. It is the only way you can personally transform in your own home, transform a shelf-stable dry good with zero vitamin C into a living, vibrant superfood bursting with the most potent, most complete, most bioactive form of vitamin C your eyes are crying out for. You are not just a consumer, you are a creator. So, how do you do it? How do you become a creator of this bioactive nutrient? It is simpler than you could ever imagine. You do not need a garden, you do not need special soil, you do not need expensive equipment. All you need is a simple glass jar, a piece of mesh or cheesecloth, and a rubber band. Here is your simple, step-by-step guide to sprouting mung beans. First, take about a 1/4 cup of dry, whole mung beans. You can find these at any grocery store, health food store, or online. Make sure they are whole, not split. Rinse them thoroughly in a colander to wash away any dust. Second, put the rinsed beans into your large glass jar. Add about 2 or 3 cups of cool, filtered water. You want to cover them by several inches. Let them soak on your counter overnight, or for about 8 to 12 hours. This is the wake-up call. This tells the seed it is time to wake up and grow. Third, in the morning, you will see the beans have already swollen up. Now, drain all the soak water out. Cover the mouth of the jar with your cheesecloth or mesh screen and secure it tightly with the rubber band. This is your breathing lid. Fourth, turn the jar upside down and prop it at an angle in a bowl on your kitchen counter. The angle allows any excess water to drain out, while the mesh lid allows fresh air to circulate. This prevents mold and rot. Keep it out of direct sunlight. A dim corner of your kitchen is perfect. Fifth, and this is the most important part of the daily routine, you must rinse and drain your beans 2 to 3 times every day. About every 8 to 12 hours, just fill the jar with cool water through the mesh lid. Swirl it around gently, and then drain it completely, setting it back at that angle in the bowl. This keeps them clean and provides the perfect humid environment they need to grow. In just 2 or 3 days, you will see magic. Your jar will be filled with thick, white, crunchy, living sprouts. By day 4 or 5, they will be long and perfect. You have done it. You have created a powerhouse of bioactive vitamin C now. How do you use them? This is crucial. The best way to preserve that delicate, living vitamin C is to eat them raw or very, very lightly cooked. Vitamin C is fragile and is destroyed by high heat. Toss a large handful, and I mean a large handful, into your salads. They add a wonderful, crisp, fresh, and slightly sweet texture. They are amazing. Pile them into your sandwiches or wraps instead of lettuce. You can also throw them into a stir-fry, but you must do it only in the last 30 seconds of cooking. Your goal is just to warm them through, not to cook them down and make them limp. When you eat these sprouts, you are sending that complete expert repair crew straight to your body. You are delivering the bricks, the workers, and the blueprints, all in one package. You are sending in the antioxidants to stand guard at your lens, neutralizing the biological rust and fighting the cloudiness of cataracts. You are delivering the exact, complete materials your body needs to rebuild and strengthen the collagen in your blood vessels, making them less prone to the leaks that can lead to retinopathy. This is not a supplement, this is a living, whole food that you have cultivated with your own hands. You are harnessing a fundamental force of nature to actively participate in the protection of your most precious sense, your sight. This is the power of MealMind. It is not just about what you eat. It is about understanding why you eat it and how to unlock the deepest potential hidden within your food. As always, while this is a natural food, if you have any complex health conditions, or if you are on blood-thinning medication, it is always a good idea to speak with your personal doctor about your dietary changes. So I encourage you, try this. For the cost of a handful of dry beans, you can turn your kitchen counter into a life-giving pharmacy. Stop just buying your nutrients, start creating them. Please remember to subscribe to MealMind TV for more intelligent, science-backed solutions that empower you. Thank you for watching.